Well, I read a great book. Just cut to the chase. Marches of Valhalla by the creator of Conan, Robert E. Howard. It was fantastic. This is what I'm looking for. Those other Conan books, people said Robert Jordan didn't get Conan. I don't think any of these guys do. Other than, sword wielding hero. And it's weird how those other books, they have a story. Conan goes on a journey, venture. He's, you know, stealing something, or he's the leader of a band of warriors or something. This is just this isn't Conan, by the way. There's no Conan in this. There is a character called Khan, but he's like a Gale. This is just there's. I'm gonna start sneezing. Okay, there's the Grey God passes. A thunder of trumpet. No. The Grey God passes. Marches of Valhalla. And actually, those are only two like barbarian ones. The rest, like a thunder of trumpets, is like a love story. Sea Curse is oh, Sea Curse. That's like pirates. Out of the Deep is like a Lovecraft. The Thunder Rider is like Native American, Indian story. For the Love of Barbara Allen is like a quick. This would be like the best Stephen King short story ever written. And The Valley of the Lost is like a weird western. But the ones where it's like a barbarians fighting, that's all it is, just fighting. Just fighting for a cause, but or just for the thrill of battle. And that gets lost in these other Conan books. I don't get it, they don't get it. Like, I mean, I thought that they read these. There's the Sea Curse. Yeah, the Sea Curse. Dude, there's a part. I'm gonna read it. I don't care. The curse of the foul fiend upon you, John Curlick, she screamed. The curse of God rest upon your vile soul throughout eternity. May you gaze on sights that shall sear your eyes of you and scorch the soul of you. May you die a bloody death and writhe in hell's flames for a million and yet a million years. I curse you by the sea and by land and by earth and by air and by the demons of the oceans and the demons of the swamplands, the fiends of the forest and the goblins of the hills. And you, her lean finger stabbed at Lilip Knoll. He started backward, his face paling. You shall be the death of John Curlick, and he shall be the death of you. You shall bring John Curlick to the doors of hell, and John Curlick shall bring you to the gallows tree. I set the seal of death upon your brow, John Curlick. You shall live in terror and die in horror, far out upon the cold gray sea. But by the sea that took the soul of innocence to her bosom shall not take you, but shall fling forth your vile carcass to the sands. Yea, John Curlick. And she spoke with such a terrible intensity that the drunken mockery on the man's face changed to one of swinish stupidity. The sea roars for the victim it will not keep. There is snow upon the hills, John Curlick, and ere it melts, your corpse will lie at my feet, and I shall spit upon it and be content. Yeah, that's writing right there, man. Nothing like that in any of these other books that I've read. Man. And this is written in the 20s, late 20s, and it's Robert E. Howard. He's a great writer. Like him, I forgot. Like, I love his stories. I love, like, I haven't started reading Beyond the Black River, the short story, but I gotta keep it to books. Like, I can't just be reading. I want to keep it order. But Beyond the Black River is one of my favorite Conan stories. The Red Nails, and yeah. He has a thing about like. I don't know if he believed in reincarnation, because a lot of these characters, they see the lives that they lived before, and he's always, you can't, like, the past lives don't know about the future ones, but like new lives can look back, but you can't look forward. And I think Oh, he like when the Grey God passes, like it's like Scottish people and Irish people fighting against the Vikings. And I wonder, did the Vikings really control like Ireland? And here it says like they control the Dublin, I think, or the main city. It's not Dublin. I don't know. And the Vikings, they worship Thor and Odin, and the Scottish and the Irish, they worship God and they worship Christ, and they're fighting to stamp out, Vikingdom and their gods, and like those are the old gods that need to leave, and Christ is a new God that is coming to take their place, and he's like, it's weird that band Unleashed, they have a album called Hunt for the White Christ, and they call Jesus the White Christ in this, and I was like, what's that mean? Where does that come from? Sounds cool. And that story, I could have just read that story, the Grey God passed. And at the end, they see, like the Christians, they see Odin, like flying away, flying into the sky. It's called the Grey God Passes. And then the Marchers of Valhalla, that's a good story, just a battle. Like, it's another one where this guy, he's like crippled, and he's like cursing his life, and this girl's on, you've lived lives before. And she tells him, I forgot his name, but he remembers like a whole adventure that he had of just fighting and killing and warring. That one was good. The only one I didn't love were like the loved ones. But there's a story called like the Thunder Rider Out of the Deep, the Valley of the Lost, and then one for the love of Barbara Allen. I was like, that's cool. It's different. So yeah, Marchers of Valhalla. And I need to just go back and read what Howard, that I'll just reread the ones I've read and read the ones I haven't read, because I have more of this stuff that I haven't read. And I have some books of his. He wrote Cormac McCart and then Bran McMorn. And I have books of them written by other people. I want to read them, but maybe they'll be okay. I don't know. I still want to read those other Conan books. Maybe like New Writers will just... Some other ones are kind of bad. I love Conan, but yeah, Marchers of Valhalla, I loved it. It took me it took me like 8 days to read. But I got pretty drunk Sunday, and then today was so busy at work, so I didn't have time. And I kind of wanted to stretch it out. I didn't want it to end, but I could have read this in like 2 days, I think. My copy's taped together. It's beaten up, but I still have it. And I would totally reread Grey God Passes, Marchers, The Sea Curse. I just read that part over and over again. It's so good. I hope you check it out. I hope you like Howard. And let me know if you've read this one.